All right, all right. Great pleasure to be back here, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in and joining News Talk with yours truly, Chris Ano, your anchorman. Tonight, I will take you first to Senegal, where we have the youngest president out there in Africa, recently installed. What is he up to? What is he prepared to offer the people of Senegal who have suffered for all these years? And he comes with hope. And then I will take you to the streets of Kumba, K-Town in the Federal Republic of Amazonia, where we learn 4 bike riders, popularly known as Okada riders, were assassinated between Monday and today as they defy the ghost towns mandate instituted by the interim government of Amazonia. And of course, I'm going to open the phone lines to take your calls and hear what you have to say. Please, I ask you as usual, very, very important that you go ahead, hit your share button. Go ahead, hit your share button, as many people did not know I was coming live tonight. So do me the favor, hit your share button. And if by any chance, Facebook should shut you down, please just navigate over to YouTube. We are also broadcasting on YouTube. So if Facebook should shut you down, just navigate over to YouTube and you'll be able to watch the entire show. We are working very, very hard here to develop a new and neutral independent platform and get out of Facebook. We have suffered a lot in the hands of Facebook. From 2,000 views, ladies and gentlemen, from 2,000 views per show to sometimes, it averages between 100 and 200 on Facebook. There are more viewers on YouTube now than on this Facebook. So, but we are working on an independent platform that we eventually ask every one of you to join. We will be broadcasting live only from there, and then Facebook, we will only be posting after the broadcast on Facebook. But we're trying to rescue what the damage that Facebook has done to us. So please do me the favor, hit your share button if you are on the platform watching by way of YouTube. And of course, I am going to be right back. And when I come back, I will take you to, again, Senegal, where a lot has been happening over there within the past month and today. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, my first story tonight is coming to you from Senegal, where Bassirou Faye recently appointed his mentor, Sonko, to become the Prime Minister of Senegal. Now, recall that the new president of Senegal, Bassirou Faye, is only 44 years old, and the person you seeing in the background there, Sonko, was his mentor, is now becoming the Prime Minister named by Faye after the elections for last week. And so, from prison, both of them, 10 days out of prison, becoming the president and prime minister respectively in the nation of Senegal. It's a new leap, it's a new day in Senegal. 44 years old Bassirou Diomaye Faye on Tuesday became Senegal's youngest president, pledging systemic change after years of deadly turmoil, and named his mentor, former opposition figure Ousmane Sonko, as his prime minister. Faye swept a first-round victory on a promise of radical reform just 10 days after he was released from prison. After taking the presidential oath in front of hundreds of officials and several African heads of state at an exhibition center near Dakar, he returned to the capital with his motorcade, greeted by hundreds of jubilant residents who lined the roads leading to the presidential palace in Dakar. His predecessor, Macky Sall, had symbolically handed Faye the key to the presidential headquarters before leaving the palace. Before God, and I quote, "Before God and the Senegalese nation," Faye said, "I swear to faithfully fulfill the office of President of the Republic of Senegal." Faye took the oath earlier in the day on Tuesday, saying, just hours later, his new administration appointed his former boss and firebrand opposition leader, Sonko, his prime minister. Sonko, who is 49 years old, was at the center of a 2-year standoff with a state that triggered bouts of deadly unrest in Senegal. He was disqualified from running in the most recent presidential election, but he picked or appointed Faye as his replacement on the presidential ballot. Faye, a former tax inspector, is Senegal's 5th president since independence from France in 1960, and the first to openly admit to a polygamous marriage. You can see his wives in the backdrop. "I am aware that the results of the ballot box," Faye said, "express a profound desire for systematic change." He said in a brief speech after taking the presidential oath, "Under my leadership," he said, "Senegal will be a country of hope, a peaceful country with an independent judiciary, and a strengthened democracy," he added. Faye and Sonko were among a group of opposition politicians freed from prison only 10 days before the March 24 presidential election under an amnesty granted by outgoing President Macky Sall, who had earlier tried to delay the vote, but eventually bowed to pressure from the Senegalese people. I have painful memories of the martyrs of Senegalese democracy, the amputees, the wounded, and the former prisoners, Faye said on Tuesday, referring to the past 3 years of political unrest that left dozens dead and hundreds arrested. But he promised, "I will always bear in mind the heavy sacrifices made in order never to disappoint you," he promised the people. He reiterated to foreign partners Senegal's openness to trade that respects our sovereignty and meet the aspirations of our people in a mutually beneficial partnership, end of quote. Working with his mentor Sonko, Faye's campaign set out priorities of national reconciliation, easing the cost of living, and fighting corruption. He has also vowed to restore national sovereignty over key assets such as the oil, gas, and fishing sectors. Faye also wants to replace the CFA franc in Senegal, which he sees as a French colonial legacy, with a new common regional currency, and to invest more in agriculture to reach food self-sufficiency. On the foreign policy stage, Faye seeks to bring military-run Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger back into the fold of the Regional Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS bloc. On Tuesday, he urged, and I quote, more solidarity between African countries in the face of security challenges, end of quote. The military regimes in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea all sent representatives to Senegal, including Guinean President General Mamadi Doumbouya, for the inauguration of Faye. Burkina Faso's leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter, that Faye's mandate represented a symbol of a new era for an uninhibited, free, and sovereign Africa. He added he was ready to work together on the renovation of sub-regional and international cooperation. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres called the inauguration, and I quote, a testament to the Senegalese people that they fought for their right to vote. Faye and the government, he will shortly face major challenges. The biggest appears to be creating enough jobs in a nation where 75% of the 18 million population is aged under 35, and the unemployment rate is officially at 20%. Faced with such dire economic prospects at home, many young Senegalese have chosen to risk their lives to join migrants trying to reach the coast of Europe, escaping from poverty in Senegal. And that is my talking point on Senegal, ladies and gentlemen. When I come back, I will take you to the streets of Kumba in the Federal Republic of Amazonia, where 4 Okada riders were gunned down for defying the ghost town mandate in the midst of war in Amazonia. Please do not touch your remote. Do me the favor, for those of you watching by social media, go ahead, continue to hit your share button, and I'll be right back.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricatv@gmail.com.
Okay, they want to put an must be to your majesty. Mr. the Chef. Good morning, sir. Majesty. So, they all we for Kumba for Caramenze. So far, Gio don't expose for camera. Take pass every Monday before we walk inside the week. Yesterday, Monday. Una va.
All right, what you are watching there, ladies and gentlemen, is a protest by Okada riders, popularly known Okada riders in Kumba, who have for the past few months been made to default on the ghost town mandate in the city of Kumba until yesterday, when the restoration fighters stepped out to teach them what I will call a lesson, and it was a bitter one in that matter. In Kumba, the once advantageous relationship between Okada riders and local colonial authorities has taken a drastic turn, leaving a bitter taste of betrayal and fear in its wake. What began as a strategic move by Okada riders to defy Monday ghost town orders, with the assistance of military and administrative figures in Kumba, quickly spiraled into a harrowing revelation of vulnerability yesterday. The colonial administrators, initially seemingly compliant with the Okada riders' endeavors, unveiled a chilling system of control over them, Only those bearing specially issued passes from the administrators were permitted to operate or ride Okada within the city limits in Kumba, a privilege granted solely on Mondays to those who could prove their participation in defying the ghost town directives in the city of Kumba. This system of passes, while initially appearing advantageous to the Okada riders, ultimately exposed them to unforeseen peril yesterday and today. Despite warnings from the interim government urging compliance with ghost towns mandates everywhere in Amazonia, the Okada riders in Kumba persisted in their defiance, perhaps lulled into a false sense of security by the absence of immediate repercussions. However, their misguided confidence was shattered yesterday when a covert operation by the restoration forces in Kumba infiltrated and ruthlessly targeted them Monday. The assailants, demanding to see the specially issued passes for the bike riders, employed a sinister trick, feigning compliance before executing their deadly mission. Once behind the riders, the Okada, they callously terminated their lives, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. By day's end on Monday, the death toll we told among the Okada riders stood at a chilling 4, a grim testament to the dangers lurking within the city's shadows. In the aftermath of this brutal onslaught, the remaining Okada syndicate members sought refuge and solace at the Informukete's palace, the paramount chief of the Bafors, who also doubles as a senator. However, their plea for sanctuary was met with further hostility as the SDO, their master, backed by a formidable coalition of the police and military forces, forcefully dispersed them. Frustrated and disillusioned by the betrayal of those they trusted were in control, the Okada riders gathered outside the SDO office, their anger palpable in the air. Denied the courtesy of an audience with the SDO, they vented their fury by renouncing their passes and vowing to end Okada riding on ghost towns in Kumba. The message delivered by their assailants, the killers, was chillingly clear. Their crime was not merely defiance, but the defilement of the sacred ghost towns in Kumba. The absence of theft or plunder from the victim, the bike riders killed, served as a stark reminder of the true motive behind the killings: ruthless enforcement of ghost town mandate, ordered at any cost. At any cost. As Kumba grapples with the aftermath of this incident, the once symbiotic relationship between Okada riders, bike riders, and the local authorities lies in ruins, replaced by an atmosphere of fear and mistrust. In the wake of tragedy, the city stands at a crossroads, its future in the hands of amber boys, and fraught with peril for those who want to defile ghost towns' mandate. And that is my talking point on this subject, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the message is this: when ghost towns are declared to be for eternity until the world see us path or do us path, we mean it. We mean it when we say ghost towns must stay in place. And if anything, that the Okada riders in Kumba and maybe any other location should learn from this incident in Kumba, it is that Those who promise you security with their gendarmes, with their police, with their military, with their colonial officials, they cannot deliver you that security. I learned that yesterday, or was it today in Kumba? When it was yesterday, when these Okada guys gathered up and protested to the premises of the colonial divisional officer for Kumba 2, the guy was nowhere to be found. He escaped and instead ordered for the military to come and pick up and arrest the boys, the Okada riders. And then from there, they marched on to the senior colonial official of Meme. They call him Ndong Chamberlain. And then Ndong Chamberlain also refused to appear before them and instead ordered the gendarmes, the police, the military to come and chase them away. And that is when, in front of that gate, that is the gate belonging to, I think, entering into the palace of Infon Mukete in Kumba, the paramount chiefs of the Bafos. So they are chased away from the colonial officer's office. They got upset, told their passes, dumped them and promised no more Okada riding on Mondays. On Mondays, they have learned in a very, very bitter way. I am going to come back, and when I come back, I will bring you somebody who has been following up this event for us in Kumba. So please stay tuned as I bring you my eyewitness account from Kumba. Stay tuned, please.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricatv@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricatv@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, I cannot lay hold on our informant in Kumba who was going to bring us a live report as per what happened in Kumba between Monday Ghost Town, and today being Wednesday. Some reports say that 3 Okada riders were killed, and some reports say 4 of them were killed. But a simple lesson to be learned here again. And to every one of you who is an Okada rider out there in the city of Kumba, the lesson should be that Monday ghost towns will remain sacred. They will remain sacred in the city of Kumba. You can continue going out every Monday and believing that nothing is going to happen for you. They always say 99 days for the thief, but one day for the owner. And that is exactly what happened in Kumba within these past few days. And you deserve it. For those of you who fell victim to this, you deserve it. In the course of these 7 years war, we've lost over 30,000 of us. Over 30,000 of us. Just imagine if everybody was going to respect the defiance, stay home on Monday and not try to join La République to Cameroon to scuttle this liberation effort. Maybe we would have long marched to Boya, occupy our territory and have our land with us. But some of you in Kumba, everywhere, even in Bamenda, you try to defy these ghost towns. But the good thing that I hope that you'll learn from today is that the colonial officials out there are not going to protect you. Can you imagine? Somebody walks up to you, stops you, and say, hey, take me over to Three Corners Fiango, and he climbs over the bike. He jumps on the bike, and before you know, by the time you arrive destination, he shoots you from the back, and you are dead. You went out Monday hoping to make money while others were staying home, and you left. You went back with your corpse. They went back with your corpse home. Nobody should take that chance anymore. Please, when we say ghost towns stay, we really mean it. And desperate times require desperate efforts. Desperate times require desperate efforts, and nothing will be spared. Nothing will be spared to make sure that ghost towns remain in force in the city of Kumba. Others cannot be sacrificing and staying home on Mondays. And some of you think you can play the fast one. You go to the colonial officials, collect these passes on Monday, head to the street and do business as usual. We will not allow that to happen. Action may take a while to come, but I can assure you it definitely will come. It definitely will come as it came in Kumba within the past 2 days. This is just the short message and the short warning I like to bring out to put out to all of you in the city of Kumba. We respect all the traders because the traders in Kumba have done everything to respect ghost towns. We understand the pressure from the colonial officials, but those Okada riders have no excuse. Zero excuse, because nobody forces them out of their homes. They are there in their thousands. They are there in their thousands in Kumba, and if they choose to stay home, ladies and gentlemen, if they choose to stay home, nobody will go into their homes and force them or burn their bikes. Nobody will do that. And the few colonial officials cannot fight you. Look at how many bikers are there. Of course, that's not all of them. Kumba has much more than that. Can you imagine if these bike riders should get into solidarity and decide nothing? We are not going out on Monday as they are now saying. Can you imagine the effectiveness of ghost town in the city of Kumba? That is what we are requiring of every one Okada rider, be you in the northern zone or in the southern zone. Mondays must be kept secret, and for ghost towns alone. For ghost towns alone. That is what Mondays have always been throughout the duration of this war of independence. So please, I really hope that every Okada rider in Kumba listens to the sound of my voice. Learn your lesson. Understand that when push comes to shove, La République du Cameroon colonial officials will not protect you. You went to you demonstrated, marched up to their offices today. What did they do? They brought the army on you. They brought the gendarmes against you. They brought the police against you. And I learned that some of you were even arrested. For doing what? for working on Ghost Towns Day. You better make that decision you've taken today to avoid working on Mondays to be permanent. Stay away on Ghost Towns Day. Stay away on Ghost Towns Mondays. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is meant to be a very short broadcast. I will open my phone lines here. I understand that Ground Zero is not receiving this broadcast. We've got to find out why. But we will rebroadcast it for Ground Zero to get it afterwards by satellite. But in the meantime, I'm going to open the phone lines to please, if you have a message, bring it on. Bring it on. Let us see what is in your mind. Bring it on. Let us see what is in your mind. The phone number, the phone line is open. The phone line is open, and before you call, make sure that the volume of your set is turned down. Before you call, make sure that the volume of your set is turned down. And while I wait for the calls, I just want to remind every one of you again, we have been having lots and lots of difficulties with Facebook. For those of you watching on Facebook now, you cannot imagine those are the numbers watching my show on Facebook. We are going to be navigating to an independent platform, which we call ABS Social. ABS Social. In the weeks ahead, we're going to be broadcasting exclusively from that page. ABS Social will look like Facebook, but we will have control over it. We will have control over it, so Facebook cannot stop us. And then Facebook will be having the shows only uploaded after the fact. We will no longer be doing live on Facebook once we have ABS Social up and running. So that is what we are working on, because we have had lots and lots and lots of problems with Facebook. YouTube does far better than Facebook. So again, take that, have that in mind. The phone line is there on your screen. If you have a contribution, please call that number and contribute. If not, I call it a night. This was not meant to be a long show, knowing that Ground Zero is not yet receiving the broadcast, but which will make sure that they have it right after this. But for those of you watching right now, please go ahead, call that number. If you have any contribution or something to say, something to add, call that number. And let's know what is on your mind. All right. And while you do that, also, I just want to remind all of you out there that we are still accepting membership. We are still accepting membership in the 200 Club. Membership in the 200 Club. We are still accepting it. But before I get to the message in the 200 Club, I want to really deeply appreciate those of you who have shown up, who have volunteered already and paid your $1,000 to become members of the 1000 Club. I really appreciate you. So much is coming up in La République du Cameroon, ladies and gentlemen. So much is happening there, and we have to be seen as being ready. When you see us doing nothing here at certain times, don't think that we just fold our hands and we are seated here. We are dreaming, we are planning, we are strategizing, and also trying to raise funds like this to prepare for what lies ahead. And let me also say this. Certain times, certain moments will always be there when the world looks like it is cold, like nothing is happening, like, things look grim. No, never you think that way. Never you think that way. We are not into conventional warfare like what is happening in the Ukraine. No, this is guerrilla warfare we are engaged in. And so, moments will come when we hit them really hard for like 1 week or like 2 weeks, The moments will come when we take our time and take a rest for like another 2 weeks or 1 month, and the Republic will think that, finally. But then before they know it, you see, we appear again from nowhere. Oh, this is all that we need to do, ladies and gentlemen, to hold La République du Cameroon for eternity, because for as long as we keep on firing them from side by side, city by city, village by village, town by town, and holding our own, Cameroon cannot declare victory, no way. In fact, I was speaking with somebody who is very, very close to the regime, and he said to us, gentlemen, listen, Cameroon now knows there is no military solution to the conflict. He said to us in the meeting, Cameroon now knows there is no military solution to the conflict. Yes, but they've been told this long time ago. I think Thibault Nach and other diplomats have been saying it. There is no military solution in sight. So for as long as we keep La République du Cameroon, ladies and gentlemen, spellbound and hoping that we'll all surrender, because somebody also told me, a parliamentarian, I believe he's a parliamentarian or senator, also told me that all their hopes, the hopes in La République du Cameroon is that we all give up. That is what they are depending on. They are banking on. They are banking on all of us giving up. That is what La République du Cameroon is banking on. But again, I hope they remember the saying, until the last man standing, until the last man standing, we are not going to give up. If it will go the 30 years of Eritrea, the 20 years of South Sudan, and the rest, we are up to it. But I doubt if La République du Cameroon can go 20 years. They don't have the money. They don't have the money. They don't have the money. They can't pay workers. Look at the way the country looks like now, ladies and gentlemen. All dilapidated. There are no roads. People don't have electricity. They don't have internet. They have nothing. Zero. The government cannot afford these social services. And you think they can prosecute war, they can afford the money to prosecute this war for the next 15, 20 years? Of course not. They cannot. So all we need to do, we don't want to we're not here to win the war. We are here to get Ambazonia in whatever means we employ to win Ambazonia. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Whatever means strategy we employ to win Ambazonia, that is all that matters. All right. So without any phone call, I am going to call it a night. But for those of you on Ground Zero who cannot watch this on television, I promise you there will be a repeat broadcast of this little segment that I did tonight, and you are going to get all of this. You are going to get all of this. And I want to thank our restoration fighters in the city of Kumba, for a job well done. I can't wait for next Monday to see which Okada rider heads back to the streets. We are watching, we are looking. Good night. God bless you all.